children. So far we were discussing grammar part, no? Today onwards we will study about the lessons in our textbook. See, we have completed the lesson, the collectors, and I have sent you the question and answers there. And also, I have completed the grammar part given at the end of the textbook, right? So today onwards, we are going to start a new poem, that is The Village Schoolmaster. Okay, what is the name of our poem? The Village Schoolmaster. And the name of the poet is Oliver Goldsmith. Okay, let me repeat his name, children. His name is Oliver Goldsmith. Okay, so before studying the poem, let us know first of all something about our poet Oliver Goldsmith. So I'll share the page for you. I'll read out, and whenever it is necessary, I'll explain the things there. Okay, yeah. See children, this is Oliver Goldsmith. Okay. So observe this person. This is Oliver Goldsmith. Yes. Okay. So remember this person's face. This is Oliver Goldsmith, the person who suffered by smallpox. At that time, for smallpox, there was no vaccination. ಈಗೇನು ನಮಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟೆ ಅಥವಾ ಚಾಪೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ತರದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಡುಬು ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಮೊದಲು. ಸೊ ಅದಾದ್ರೆ ಬದುಕೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇತ್ತು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೈ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕಲೆ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ವಿಕ್ಟಿಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ disease, smallpox, and because of that smallpox, there were many scars on his face. Okay, so this is our Oliver Goldsmith. Yes, see here children. Okay, I'll read out the things. Oliver Goldsmith was born in Longfield and was educated in the Trinity College, Dublin. He was awarded the degree of Doctor of Medicine, but he never practiced as a doctor. His major works are The Traveller, Vicar of Wakefield, then The Deserted Village, and She Stoops to Conquer. This extract gives a character sketch of the village schoolmaster who taught the villagers there. It also gives an account of the views of the children and of the villagers of Auburn about the schoolmaster. Okay. So Oliver Goldsmith. This Oliver Goldsmith, he is a person, or he is a poet and novelist and dramatist from Ireland. Okay, he got birth in a very poor family. His father was a clergyman, children. Then clergyman means a person who used to be there to serve the people or to serve in the church. ಚರ್ಚಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಆಗಿದ್ದ ಇವರು ಯಾರು? Our Oliver Goldsmith's father. He was a poor person. Then what happened? With this poverty, another very unfortunate thing took place in the life of Oliver Goldsmith. That is, he lost his father very early. Okay, poverty was there. He suffered from smallpox, and there were many scars on his face. So his childhood, it was not somewhat joyful. Okay, he suffered. There were he faced many pains during his childhood. Okay, then what happened? He studied in the College of Trinity College of Dublin. Dublin, it is a city in Ireland, a European country. So there, when he went to Trinity College, to get his graduation, children, he was teased by everybody because he was a poor person. Okay, so he did not get nice dresses and all. He could not purchase all the books and whatever things needed for his education, no, he was unable to purchase it. Means he lived with his uncle who was wealthy but could not get much facilities. For all those things, this person was teased by his other friends and the people peer group, means the students who were studying with him. Okay, so this time Oliver Goldsmith, up to the completion of his graduation, he did not enjoy much. Okay, then what happened? He decided to study medicine. He wanted to become a doctor, and that's why he joined that college. Okay, doctor's college means where he could get the degree to become a doctor. But later, whether he completed his course, that is not known. Okay, whether he got the certificate or not, that is not known. But always while writing his name, Oliver Goldsmith, he used to add doctor before his name. Okay, before his name he used to add Dr. Oliver Goldsmith. But later his career as a doctor, it was not so successful. Maybe he could not practice as a doctor. Later he started writing. Okay, so this person as a writer, he became very successful. Some of his famous books they have given, the Traveler, then the Vicar of Wakefield, then next one is the Deserted Village, and fourth one they have given She Stoops to Conquer. Okay, stooping means bending. ಅಂದ್ರೆ stoops to conquer ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನರ್ಥ, ಅದು ಮೇ ಬಿ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಲೇಡಿ ಹೂ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ರೂಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ರೂಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪವರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಶಿ ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಶಿ ಸ್ಟೂಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಕರ್, that is his another important work. Okay, now the Trinity College, where he was teased by his students, in front of that Trinity College, now his idol has been carved there. Okay, ಅವರ ಮೂರ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಕೆತ್ತಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಟ್ರಿನಿಟಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ. ಸಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವನ ಇವತ್ತು ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ನಾಳೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಲಿವರ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ಮಿತ್ is a wonderful example, right? So when he was a student, he did not enjoy. Okay, his life was miserable. He faced lots of problems. Okay, the place where he was teased by his own friends and his own group of people, means peer group of people, where he was teased that much, in the same place now we can see his statue. Okay, so that is how the life is. Okay, so ಇವತ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ನಾಳೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಚಕ್ರದ ತರ ತಿರುಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಮೇಲ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಹೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ತೀರಾ ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಟ್ರೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ups and downs will be there in the life. For that, okay, your Oliver Goldsmith is a wonderful example. Okay, yes children, today we are going to learn the poem The Village Schoolmaster. No? So here this poem is an extract from his popular work The Deserted Village. Okay, so The Deserted Village. So this is a long poem, and the Village Schoolmaster poem is the part, is an extract from this long poem, that is The Deserted Village. So here the speaker is speaking about an imaginary village, okay, called Auburn. Okay, what is the name of that village? Wait a minute, children. Yes, Auburn. A-U-B-U-R-N. A-U-B-U-R-N. Auburn. So this is the imaginary village in the poem The Deserted Village. So here when this speaker, okay, was a small boy, he spent his childhood in this village. Then for getting education, he went somewhere. After completing his education, he came back to his village. And when he saw his village, he felt very sad. Okay, so what he felt after coming back to his village, that is explained in this poem, The Deserted Village. So when he came back to his village, no, there were many changes in his village. So 1770, this poem was published in the year 1770, okay, the second half of your 16th century. So during that time in Europe, somewhat changes were coming. It was the time of Renaissance, it was the time of Reformation, it was the time of industrialization. Okay, so new industries were getting birth. The cities, they were turned into industrial regions, and even the villages were what turning into industrial what areas that time. So when he came back to his village, Auburn, children, he found that there were number of what big buildings were there. Farmers were not there. The place where the farmers used to cultivate the land, no, that land was converted into something else. Okay, totally what the effect of industrialization could be seen. Okay, in that region means greenery was not there. Trees were cut down. Okay, the green grass. Okay, the grass in which the flowers used to blossom. So all those were missing there. His childhood friends, they were also grown up. They had engaged in different jobs now. So total changes he found in his village. So about that he has explained in this poem, The Deserted Village, and our poem, The Village Schoolmaster, is an extract from it. Extract ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಉದ್ದ ಪೋಯಂನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೆಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಪೋಯಂ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಪ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್ ಡು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? So first of all, what is the name of our poem today? Who will tell me? Yes, raise your hands. Who will tell me what is the name of our poem? What is the name of our poem? Yes, be very quick. Yes, who will tell me? Purnachandra Bhatt.
The Village Schoolmaster.
Yes, The Village Schoolmaster is the correct answer. Sushrita, can you tell me the name of the poet?
Oliver Goldsmith.
Yes, what is his name? Oliver Goldsmith. That is correct answer. Sushrita, thank you. Then next, Aryan. From which poem our what poem The Village Schoolmaster is taken?
The Deserted Village.
Exactly, The Deserted Village. Then is there Vaishnavi R. Hegde? Vaishnavi R. Hegde? I didn't wish you in the morning. I did not find your name. Are you there? Okay. So, Kritika, can you tell me the names of the books or the works of this Oliver Goldsmith? They have mentioned 4 works, no? Important.
Mataji.
Yes. Yes, Kritika?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, which are the 4?
The Traveler, Vicar of Wakefield, The
Yes.
Deserted Village,
Yes.
and She Stoops to Conquer.
Exactly. These 4 are the important works of Goldsmith. Yeah. Now, children, Kritika, once you switch off your microphone. Yeah, thank you. So now I will give you 2 minutes time to think. So you have completed 8th standard, no? Since 8 years you are there in the school life, right? So you have got many teachers in your life. So once if you close your eyes and think of your favorite teacher, who comes to your mind? I want that teacher's name. You can tell me the name of 2 to 3 teachers. If you have only one favorite teacher, that also you can tell. So 5 to 6 students will get the opportunity. Okay. Yeah. Your time starts now. Only 1 minute time. Okay, children, completed. First chance goes to Anudip. Anudip,
Yes, Mataji.
can you tell me the names of teachers or name of any teacher?
Soumya Mataji, Nelson sir, Sindhu
Very
sir,
nice. Very nice. Then?
Divya Mataji.
Okay, just this year I have started teaching you, no? Huh? Okay, up to 8th standard you can tell. Huh? Thank you, Mary. Nice. Then next chance goes to Chaya.
Mataji, Shirley ma'am.
Once again.
Mataji, middle with Shirley.
Okay. Which subject did she teach you?
I think 3 subjects, Mataji, not
Okay. Yeah, that's okay, Mary. Huh? Nice. Then next chance I will give to Dhanya.
Shirley.
You also liked Sherlyn ma'am very much. You two are from Eden Way, no? Nice.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Purnachandra Bhatt. Purnachandra Bhatt.
Nelson sir, Soumya Mataji.
Nelson sir and Soumya Mataji. Very nice, Mary. Huh? Okay. Then next, Diksha.
Suvarna Mataji, Shrikala Machi, Nelson sir.
Suvarna Mataji, Shrikala Mataji and Nelson sir. Very nice. Okay. Then next, Aditya.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, can you tell me the names of your favorite teachers?
Soumya Mataji, Nelson sir.
Soumya Mataji and Nelson sir. Very nice. Okay. Yes. Then next, I'll give the chance to Sushrita. Yes, can you tell me?
Prakash sir, Nelson sir, Sindhu sir, Soumya Mataji.
Okay. Nelson sir, Sindhu sir, Prakash sir, and one more is
Soumya Mataji.
Soumya Mataji. Okay, very nice. Okay. Yeah. Then now Sri Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Tell me.
Nelson sir and Soumya Mataji.
Nelson sir and Soumya Mataji. Very nice. Okay. Okay, US Pratham. US Pratham, can you tell me?
Mataji.
Who is your favorite teacher or teachers?
Mataji, Santosh sir and Nelson sir.
Santosh sir and Nelson sir. Okay, very nice. Okay. Yeah. Last chance shall we give to Kritika?
Mataji, Nelson sir, Sindhu sir.
Nelson sir and okay. Yeah. See, teachers play a very important role in the life of children. No? See, the people, means the children, they will be very much influenced by the teachers. So once they meet the teachers, no, what will be the initial dreams or aims of the children in their life? They want to become what? Like their teachers. No, first of all, they wish to become the teachers in their life. When we are there in first standard, second standard, third standard, at that age, we will be very much influenced by our teachers and we want to become like them, right? So when you observe Nelson sir, you wish to speak English like him, right? The way in which he communicates with you people, the way in which he hosts the program, right? The way in which he behaves or the way in which he acts in the atmosphere of the school, all those things you observe very closely and you dream to become like that, right? So that's why in the initial stage of the life, up to 10th standards, maybe 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard, up to then the teachers are the people who influence the children most, right? So here we have a poem relating to one of such teachers, that is the village schoolmaster. So now I will read out first two stanzas of the poem. We will understand the difficult words there. Then we will understand the poem line by line. Okay. So I'll share the page for you. You don't have to open your textbook, but have what? A notebook and a pen in your hand. So I'll read out the poem, children. Beside yon straggling fence that skirts the way with blossomed firs unprofitably gay. There in his mansion, skilled to rule, the village master taught his little school. A man severe he was and stern to view, I knew him well, and every truant knew. Well had the boding tremblers learned to trace the day's disasters in his morning face. So, I have underlined the difficult words there. First one is yawn, okay? Yawn, then straggling, then you have skirts, then blossom, first children, unprofitably gay, severe, stern, truant, boding, tremblers, and also we have the word disaster. Stop. See here children, I have written the meaning of those difficult words on the board also. Yawn means over there. Okay, what is the meaning of yawn? Yawn means over there. Straggling. Straggling means spread. Okay, spread over. That is straggling. Then skirts, you know, goes round. Furs. Furs is bush of grass. Then gay. Actually, gay means cheerful. Here you can take its meaning as bright. Then severe, stern. Both of them give the same meaning, that is strict. Okay, what do you mean by severe? Severe, I think you all know. But this new word, this is a new word, stern. Stern means, children, strict. Then I'll come here, truant. Okay, what is this new word? Truant. Very popular word it is. Truant. Truant means one who stays away from the school without permission. Okay, ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಬರದೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, they are called truants. Okay, there will be many students in the class, no, who do not like to come to the school regularly. 2 ದಿನ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ದಿನ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. Other 3 days they will say some reason. They will just remain absent without taking permission of the teacher. Next day they will tell the reason. Okay, so those children are called children truant. Okay, what is the meaning of truant? Truant means one who stays away from school without permission. Then we have another word, boarding. Okay, boarding means predicting. What is the meaning of predicting? So what happens in the future, no, that we will predict, no, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅಂದಾಜು ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ವಾ, ಹೀಗೆ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ನಾಳೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರಬಹುದು, ಓಕೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು. So that is called what, children? Predicting. So boarding means predicting. Yeah, these are the words in the next paragraphs. So next word, what is the meaning of trembling? Do you know the meaning of tremble, trembling? I think in the lesson Mauritius we have come across with this word, tremble. Can anybody tell me the meaning of tremble? Can anybody tell me? See, yeah, I have one student. Yes, it is Abhiram. What is the meaning of trembling, Abhiram? Abhiram, trembling means? Tell me.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Shaking.
Shaking, exactly. Trembling means shaking. Okay, tremblers ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಯ ಆದಾಗ ನಾವು ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಡುತ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇವಲ್ವಾ, that is called trembling. Okay, so the person who trembles, no, he is called trembler. Boarding tremblers. Okay, yeah. So now these are the what difficult words in these 2 stanzas. So let me read out the first stanza for you once again.
Ah,
Yeah. Observe here, children. Once again, I'll read the same paragraph for you. Beside yon straggling fence that skirts the way, with blossomed firs unprofitably gay, there in his mansion, skilled to rule, the village master taught his little school. Okay. So in this first stanza, what do the first 2 lines speak about? Okay, beside yon straggling fence. So what do these first 2 lines speak about? Can anybody tell me? Beside yon straggling fence that skirts the way. Huh? So, who will tell me what do these 2 lines tell? With blossomed firs unprofitably gay, there in his mansion, skilled to rule. So, what do these 2 lines speak about? Can anybody guess? Okay, if you have not understood, let me tell you, children. These 2 lines speak about the place where their school was, the speaker's school was located. Okay, see, he's saying that beside yon straggling fence that skirts the way, with blossomed firs unprofitably gay, there in his mansion, skilled to rule, the village schoolmaster taught his little school. So, where the school is located. So, here mansion means a bungalow type. Okay, mansion means what? Mansion. Mansion means bungalow. So, here you cannot expect a big bungalow. Huh? So, a school master in a manene anta school anta ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಸ್ಕೂಲು it was like that village masters home. Okay, village school masters home ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನ ಮನೇನೇ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ಅಂತಾನೂ ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಟ್ ಆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಆ ಟೀಚರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗಾಗಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಓನ್ ಹೋಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ವೇಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಸೊ ವೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ mansion located, or where was the school located? It was located what? Beside a way. There was a way in the village, where there was a dari way in the village, and beside that village you could see fence, velittu, and those fence, okay, that fence, it had got firs. Firs means what I have told, no, grass, okay, bush of grass. ಆ ಬೇಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು. ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಸ್, ದಟ್ ಫರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಗಿವನ್, ದೇರ್ ವೇರ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸಮ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್? ಫರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೇರ್ ವೇರ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸಮ್ಡ್ ಫರ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಸ್, ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ beautiful flowers were blossomed. Yellow color flowers they were, children, and these flowers were unprofitably gay. Yellow color bright flowers they were, but these flowers were of no use because these flowers were common for the villagers. ದಿನಾನು ಅವರು ಹೋಗುವಂತಹ ರಸ್ತೆಯ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಬೇಲಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಹೂವುಗಳು ಅವ್ರು ದಿನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಚ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕ್ವೈಟ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೆಮ್. ಈಗ ಊಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತವ್ರು ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಫ್ಲವರಿನ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ನಿನ ಪಕ್ಕ ಇರುವಂತವರಿಗೆ it will not be what very special because every day they watch it, right? That's why it will not be very special for them. But if we go there, okay, the people who do not have a garden in their home, if they go there, they will enjoy it, right? But here these flowers were very common to the people of that village. That's why they were unprofitable, means their brightness, gay, okay. So unprofitably gay. Gay here I have written the meaning, no? Cheerful, brightful. Even though those flowers were very bright, they were of no use. Unprofitably gay. So here in this place, that their school was, the speaker's school was located. Okay, so let me tell you once again. So in the village there was a way. This way was what? It was covered by fence in both the sides, and in one side of that fence, okay, the school was located, and in this school there was one master, one teacher. It was none other than the village school master. He was very much familiar with that place. He could rule that place, means very familiar. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಆ ಜಾಗ ಅವನ ಮನೆ ತರನೇ ಆಗೋಗಿತ್ತು. So that is explained in the first stanza. Yeah, children, the meeting is going to end. No, let us end the meeting here itself, and let us rejoin the meeting with the same link. Rejoin very fast. Okay.